Hey, I'm Cindy, and I'm an undergraduate at UCR. I'm majoring in environmental sciences. Maybe one day I will go to graduate school and become an environmental engineer, or be president of the EPA. But for now, I'm interning at the Inland Empire Waterkeeper, just a few miles off the 91. Established in 2005, the Inland Empire Waterkeeper strives to showcase environmental advocacy, education, research, restoration, and enforcement. We are one of the 200 nonprofit organizations a part of the Waterkeeper Alliance, and one of the 12 waterkeepers also devoted to the California Coastkeeper Alliance. Our partners at the Orange County Coastkeeper ensure the safety of our harbors and coastal waters as the Santa Ana River flows down towards the west coast. Gary Brown founded the Coastkeeper in 1999. The Coastkeeper has made a positive impact through their various projects, such as the Low Impact Development Project, where they show Orange County residents how they could reduce water pollution and conserve water by demonstrating on their local homes. Their office in Costa Mesa was carefully landscaped to be environmentally friendly, including the use of glass windows for increased office light and native plants to decrease water demand. But let's get back to our office in Riverside.
Morning, Cindy.
This is Rachel.
Morning.
She's the project manager here at Inland Empire Waterkeeper. She's also the backbone of the agency and oversees every project, meeting, grant, event, field trip, and water sample test done through this nonprofit. She chose me for this wonderful opportunity to work with an organization dedicated to raising awareness and improving the quality of our environment. Throughout the week, we gotta update our website so the community knows what we are doing and what they can do. Whenever we come across interesting news pertaining to water, such as in the BC Water News or the Press Enterprise, we post it on our website. We include information about other organizations as well, such as cleanups, Earth Day events, workshops, or youth days. A few of our main partners are the Inland Empire Utilities Agency, the Santa Ana Watershed Association, and the Santa Ana Watershed Project Authority. We just recently worked with these organizations for our Chino and Mill Creek debris removal project. We hosted several cleanups and had over 200 volunteers help us remove about 15 tons of trash. I helped lead one of our cleanups for Chino Creek, right off the 71. We had a good turnout of volunteers and got right to work picking up trash and bringing back its aesthetic view. To even get from the creek, we had to walk quite a ways from the main road and then carefully lower ourselves down to the riverbed. It's amazing to think some people go through this effort to just pollute.
Yeah.
Or this car, for instance, abandoned, not on the side of the road, but buried deep within the sensitive habitat. If we retraced our steps from this car to the mainstream, then we would see it took a tremendous amount of work to dump this thing. We find all sorts of trash, piled up, hanging from trees, permanently painted on, sometimes leaking toxins, and makeshift homes. Luckily, we were able to remove it all. Sometimes it requires a ton of work.
Let's do this. Yeah, I'm ready.
Do it, Denny. Do it.
After 2 hours of work, this is what we've accomplished. Moving out. Yes! Look at that! Woo!
Bob and Denny.
Right on. Okay.
Thanks to volunteers, we can remove tons of trash every cleanup, whether young adults or older men, children or women, volunteers or employees. Together, we can improve the quality of our watershed. If not for us, then for the sake of the little guys that try to inhabit these precious ecosystems. No matter how small, they deserve a home too. Not like this, but like this. So, who are we again?
Our mission is to protect and enhance the water quality of the Upper Santa Ana River watershed through programs of advocacy, education, research, restoration, and enforcement, which is just kind of a fancy way of saying we have different programs that work to keep all of our different waterways, whether it's rivers, lakes, streams, clean and safe for both people and wildlife. Does everybody understand what our 5 different program tenets are?
This was part of a presentation designed for high school students to educate them on current issues in their community. It gives them a detailed look at their local watershed and hopes they will walk away with more environmental consciousness. We administer pre- and post-tests to the students to compare how much they knew before our program and then after. The average score for the pre-test is often fairly low, but that's why we go on field trips! Through funding, the Inland Empire Waterkeeper is able to offer high school science classes field trips at no cost to the school or teachers as part of our Rivers Cats program. Kid activism together with science. We take care of the bus and accommodations. All we ask in return is that the students be open to learning more about their environment. I'm not saying it's all fun and games, but let's take a look.
So that we make sure we maintain the habitat for the aquatic animals and other critters that use the river downstream. This is what that berm looked like before it got wiped out by the flood. And you can see the pipes here that allow the water to continue downstream.
We go out and we listen for the Bureau. They have a very distinctive song. I'm going to play for you. Hopefully it works. The song has two parts. It's ascending and descending part. That's the scold. You can hear that they're not happy, right? Just in that sound.
This is one of our groups on their nature walk, where native and invasive species were pointed out along the trail. The students also helped plant more mule fat, a fast-growing native plant to help stabilize the soil.
That one's Hobby Jr. The next one is Audrey Jr.
Where are you? You show
That's the people who dug the hole. Teamwork.
Your turn.
Oh, look at plants. Ew, Hobbies is ugly. You think that's deep enough? I think this is deep enough.
No, it's just too, it's real little. The water, it's fine.
Well, yeah, I am. I mean, I'm doing it perfectly fine. It's just down to hard right now.
There. Oh, I don't remember this in.
No. Oh, right.
I don't remember that one.
Anybody got a stone I could use?
Yeah. Alright. I'm having this.
Okay. Oh. The bigger the better.
We need a pink ribbon.
Thanks, Joe.
We also get to teach the students how to take basic water tests, so they become more educated on what is in their water, as opposed to the water flowing down the street.
Well, is that the sample cup?
I have no idea.
Put it against the white to see if it looks like translucent.
It hasn't been 2 minutes yet.
Really?
No?
You figured it would. Okay, then.
It has been a rewarding experience watching the youth get so excited over their environment. They are seeing things they may never have the chance to see again. Although tragic, it's really true. Because of the recent floods in Southern California, for example, this park has ongoing construction to remove the sediment runoff from their man-made filtration system. It could be a year until it's running again. Needless to say, I love working with the Inland Empire Waterkeeper. We make a difference to our local watershed and waterways, to our community, and to our high school students.
From the Inland Empire Waterkeeper River Cats program, I learned that the Prado base blend is man-made.
The cowbirds they put their young on another bird's nest and they can grow there.
I've learned that we have to watch these wetlands like they're an aquarium, making sure they don't have too much nitrification or eutrophication.
Yes! Get it, Becca.
I learned that Riverside has a lot of nitrate in their water.
I learned that a watershed can serve as a filtration system. A watershed can be man-made and be filtered naturally. I learned that wetlands can create habitat for endangered species. I learned that plants can fixate nitrogen. Oh, I didn't understand how, I didn't acknowledge how our climate could actually influence the wetlands so severely.
I learned that the brown cowbird, and its change from actually laying eggs in its own nest to laying eggs in other nests. That's as a modern day example of evolution. Well, okay, well, it's an example of evolution.
Okay, I learned that nature is more diverse than we are. We just need to stop and look.
Alright, even though this video is over, we are still out there working, designing our next project, planning the next cleanup, or visiting a new high school. The Inland Empire Waterkeeper works for its environment and its community.